Hello students, in this lecture video I'll be discussing about chapter 9 psychology and sports. So how the psychology actually it deals with the sports, okay, how it is related with each other. So firstly let us understand what is psychology. It is basically explanation of any behavior how person is behaving. It is a science that interprets how a person behaves in a particular situation. So you can say psychology is the science of human behavior. And whenever we study human behavior, that is psychology. The activities or the positive science about behavior is psychology. Now let us see that in sports, how can we relate with the psychology? So sports psychology is the area where we learn how a sports person can perform and its human behavior in the field can change according to different situations. So it is that branch of psychology which deals with physical fitness through participation in games and sports. So it will explore one's behavior in athletics. All right. So sports psychology is study of sports and physical activity combined with the scientific study of persons and their behaviors. So it deals with increasing performance by managing the emotions of a person. Now, how the sports psychology is important. It will enhance the physiological capacities, first of all, how the person is playing, assists in learning, or you can say motor skills, because psychology actually is related to how we behave, how our actions are. So if a person's motor skills are good, means that the psychology or a brain is in a positive direction. It aids in understanding behavior, like if any the attitude of the person, how the person is performing in the field can vary in different sports situations. So it will help to understand behavior of sports person when they lose, when they win. It helps in controlling emotions, no doubt. On the field there is a you can say condition where you can lose the game also, so how you behave with your other you can say companions. Then it prepares the athletes psychologically for competitions, because you have to have those things in you, the willpower to face the loss of the game also if you are not winning the game. It supports emotional needs of sports persons. So like sometimes sports persons can have stress, tension, anxiety due to all these things. So if they understand the psychology well, then these problems will not be there. Now let us understand what is the difference between growth and development. When we are talking about physical education, we are talking about the whole, the holistic development of an individual. Okay. Sufficient knowledge should be there regarding this process of growth and development. So, different definitions have been given for growth and development. Development is not only limited to one area, it means overall development, okay, of the body and soul. So here behavior, anatomy, physiology, all these aspects are considered in development. Then coming to differences between growth and development. Growth can be measured, but development is a holistic zone, we cannot measure it. Growth is limited to a age, but we can develop our different skills at different age also. Growth is a part of development, whereas development itself includes lot many areas like mental development, social development. Growth is related to changes in height, weight, shape, but development, you can say, is related to the brain development and all the personality development of a person. Development will not take place along with growth. It doesn't mean that if growth is happening, development is also happening in all the areas, mental, social, and emotional areas. Growth is only one aspect of personality, whereas development deals again a holistic approach. Now, let us look at developmental characteristics at different stages of development. So, like we said, that development is not limited to a particular age zone, there is no age bar for development. So, infancy, let us look at the different stages. Infancy is the stage from birth till second year, okay, 2 years of age. The children are very emotional these in this time. They are full of imaginations, full of story making, jumping, catching, sensory organs are developing, all these things are there. Childhood begins from third year and ends by 12th year. So, this is the childhood where all the neuromuscular coordination starts, all the growth and development begins. Adolescence is a complex stage which starts from 13 to 19 year of age, where different characteristics are built. Physical characteristics, physically all the development of the body is taking place both in boys and girls. Mental characteristics also, you have self independence, self respect, those things come into existence. Stress word comes into its existence, which should not be there actually. Then emotional characteristics, there are a lot of mood swings during this time period. At one time you might be feeling very happy, at the other time you might be feeling very sad. Social characteristics, how we are dealing with the other people around us. Motor characteristics, how we are using our strength, all these change. Now, what are the adolescent problems and their management? Adolescence is the period through which a growing person makes transition from childhood to maturity. Okay, that is adolescence. So, what all problems do we face during adolescence age? Physical problems, because different organs are developing, so those problems we are worried. Mental problems, again with our friends and all, we have stress, we feel a little low sometimes. Then aggressive behavior, sometimes we don't want to listen to the parents, so that aggression comes. Lack of stability and adjustment, sometimes the mind is not stable, you are not ready to adjust in different situations. Emotional problems, like sometimes again the mood swings it is related to. Then problems which are related with the topics like sex. Okay, different topics are there which are related to that, and people can be miscommunicated, but awareness should be there regarding the coitus. Problems of self support. Okay, self support as in the person feels that okay, now the person is ready to face the world. Okay, that. Then feeling of importance, the person feels I am only important. Then social problems, the peer pressure which the person faces. So how you manage these problems? Education for motor development. Okay, an adolescent should be provided education for his or her motor development. Education of psychology should be there. Okay, means you can say you can share it with your mother, with your brother. Then education regarding coitus, the sex education, again this is important so that you are not falling into the wrong trap, you are aware what are the positive and negative points. Then vocational guidance, like to develop the skills. Moral and religious education is very important so that the person is not indisciplined. Suitable environment for the development should also take place. And adequate independence should be given to the person, to the adolescent. Then social education, again, how to deal with the peer pressure to see which company is good for you and which is not. So all these things we can relate to. We should always be very positive in all these changes which occur in our body. And all the main thing is to be on the right path, because these the adolescent age is the career making years, and you have to take care of what is right and what is wrong.